Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Alright, so we are here in the Part 2-1 trial. So December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey buddy. Good morning, Max. Max. Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. Well, that's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying in the courtroom. Just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in the room from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Anywho, December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court Courtroom number 2. And now the case of one... What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It just sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is for advantage. Mrs. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose to anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? Talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like you'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now! Hey, old buddy, old pal. Sorry to keep you from work. I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective. No mentioning. There's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. All right, let's see. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers are gathered in the big tower to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright. Gotcha. A blunt object, Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, we're gonna do some pressing, but first I'm gonna save. Talk to me. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up there at the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about an inch and a half was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus during the night of the crime? Court record, what? Anything about the snow? We have this, we have the monkey, we have... So what details the snow? This? I guess. I don't really know. When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina, the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Rage of the Tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Rita, Mo went back to his room tired from work, Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went up to the ringmaster room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like to be a little bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? A wooden box. That's right. The victim must be carrying a wooden box and he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? 20 pounds, both small but strong lock. Alright. This will be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Well, let's talk about the contents, shall we? Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station, cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle of a huge box? I wonder if it has some sort of special meaning. Alright. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it his mere magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean that's all we're gonna get out of him is a little bottle of pepper? Now that we've wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call up my next witness. I'm not even on the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Mrs. Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She knows you're talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Oh, geez. Trilo is. Please state your name and occupation for the record. Full name is Trilo Quiz, and I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the sound was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman ventriloquist. Row must be cut off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with the song. The words of the law, exciting and tearing, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Oh, I thought this... It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics, at least something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You think you'd have the sense to fix it? It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities just really enjoy saying things that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting my testimony caught. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with a clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene of the crime. You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his slick hat, cloak, and that dumb white rose on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup when his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing, you said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, could that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here is absolute proof. Silk hat. It was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing the signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for the hat to be at the scene. Well done, Mr. Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. Alright, I guess we're doing this. Talk to me. The clown. You're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't even stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup was running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being first place loser, the guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. One thing in your nice, warm lodging house would have been a better idea. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thinker. At least my teachers always said. That's when I saw Max. Yeah, we are. Just talk to me about it. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How can you mistake somebody with such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of yours, lawyers nowadays. It's like you're talking to a brick wall. Max three-piece getup. Jeez, can you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Thanks, Maya. Talk to me. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense, and it makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Honestly, he's just... I don't think there's proof. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, so you don't get it, do you? I saw what I saw, and it was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Literally anyone could just wear his getup. Okay. Come on. A bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? Oh, Regina. Obviously. Don't hold your tongue, Ben. It's your job to answer all the stupid questions. I'm sorry, Trilo. Oh. I thought I had that one, man. Alright, well, I have an idea. Hold on, let's just... Just in case there's any... The witness could have seen. I guess you could have seen Mo, right? So it's not Regina, I guess it'd be Mo. I mean, the only thing it is gonna be the director then. Oh, he's talking about the monkey. Oh, that's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ow! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Before the witness could have seen him, anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together in the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story if Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room? Why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. And there is clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah? I don't even know anymore. Alright, what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose it would have been around... What time was it? I think it was around... I'd say about 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodge house the entire time. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't awfully cold. I can't believe we just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? What are you trying to tell him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe if you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix, right? We can do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under pressure. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright? Who do you suppose the witness is waiting? Oh, easy. It's Regina. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And that one person, he's waiting for the animal tamer Regina. Oh my gosh, she exploded. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back from the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares what I was waiting for that night? It's important as what I saw, don't you forget it. Well, the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Oh, you've gotta be joking. Alright. There's obviously a reason the witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on his way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone other than Max. There is absolutely no proof the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess he got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, please tell us the truth, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think humans have a monopoly on marriage? That matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Alright. Don't be so surprised I was gonna propose to Regina. Even I had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the perfect chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. And at the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. You were going to propose? You? Puppet? Be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet don't mean I can't love. I guess you're right? Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? This is so goofy. Alright. Oh my gosh. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct, to Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? Let's get proposed to become sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. Hold on. Even I have something to give her. Talk to me! Sorry about that. What was it exactly you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find to match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. An engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Franciscus Wibless, he's ready to lash out on almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Well, push on anyway. We got this. It may be something out of a joke, but this is a historic moment. First time that a puppet has ever posed to a human being. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure to enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. this. Yeah, we did this. Alright, talk to me about this. An engagement ring. Uh-huh, it's actually diamond-shaped, stone-covered glass. It's even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, really. You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her and we practiced so many times I lost count, but an uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He could possibly talk about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half and not with magic. Well, they always say love creates rivalries. So what about this present? So you were still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in a circus. Probably way more than he deserves. Well, how about it, Nick? Well, maybe time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck! The judge has that dazed, confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. Well, let's look at what we have. Oh! The monkey. The monkey. It's monkey time, folks. Nope, I was incorrect. Oh, heck, I should have saved again. Oh, I should... Oh, jeez, I forgot to save. I forgot to save. What? Dude, why didn't I say here? No, not load. Save. Maybe I have to present the ring itself. I have an idea. You say you still got it in your pocket, but... Yeah, okay, I figured it out. I figured it out. Trilo, you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Oh, looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo! I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room where they put money? Like a bank vault? Ah, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent flats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money is really a monkey, in every sense of the word. I see. Well then, Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have been taken around that time. Ah, so you wouldn't be able to even know it was Max. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after the ring snatching monkey Money. So you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he's fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. He has a flaw in his testimony. There is a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was out chasing the monkey, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying there is no possible way this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well, then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past the vigilant ventriloquist? Well, they obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. The witness has a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly what you saw on that night. I've told you so many times. You think you know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. I'm sure you'll change some more. There's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. I'll give you what I was waiting for then. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after what I thought he'd been for 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, and he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I was really sure it was him. I saw Max and Galactic at the scene. There was no way I could mistake someone with those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right, money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then money snatched the ring and you were chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see, I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So, the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. So you were only concerned with waiting for Gina that night, which means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, you think someone would slip by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. You know, makes the judges seem more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course, that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. Guess that makes sense, especially since we were waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out for yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10. You already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't even need a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just that 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ow! Good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes. That sounds about right. Sounds about right, because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. Good evening, eh? So you testified you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious I say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess, that's not good. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. Oh, I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Is that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Or to strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply being cordial with a co-worker, I'd understand. Ow! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's a reason I truly would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go without proving the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. Guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. You are 100% sure of what you just said. I told you already, jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There is no way he could be any more confident than that, right? Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, it's like, how many times will I see that question by now? If you're gonna ask me again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting with everyone else. Has to be a hole in the testimony somewhere. I agree, but how do you make the proof? I do have the proof to make something stick. All I can do is try, right? You have to prove the will of something useful. Alright, time to go to work. I have an idea, it's kind of out there. But first I want to do this. I'm going to do this first, but I have an idea. Hate to say it, but Ben's part of your act is coming off a little bit stale. I'm sure that if a Ow! You're not trying to pass yourself as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? You should know better. Ow! It hurts! That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. Okay, I have an idea. This is kind of out there, but I think it's this. Objection! I was so correct! Oh my gosh. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal, just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't involve a son getting clonked over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assaulted battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way he would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a public like this lewd would end up just saying good morning to his rival. Are you saying that the witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly. I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Let's save my game right here. He saw a different individual. Max was in the room. It is my belief the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If we had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there was only one proper answer. The person the witness saw was not Maximilian Galactico. That's why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? Would your defense kindly explain who Trilo Quist saw that evening? Oh. It was money. Wasn't Ben, wasn't Maya, it's not gonna be any of these guys. It's one of these three. It's not Regina. Okay, no. It has to be Mo. I mean, who else could it be? This is the... I don't think this is right, but I literally have no other idea. This is the person that the witness felt the need to greet that night. How about it, Mr. Quist? How about you stop asking me these ridiculous questions? You can show me all the crappy pictures you want, there's not one I wouldn't greet. What the heck are you doing, Woodman? You better not say, Trilo, watch your mouth. Well, okay, sorry about that, Trilo. Order! Order! Gosh, dang it. No, it's gotta be something crazier than that. It's not this. No, I'm gonna keep this string of reasoning going. Dude, how crazy would it be if it was the... Oh, it was this guy? I figured it out. I thought I was so thinking. Okay. Hold on. Let me get back to it. So it was the victim. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Shirley would have given her engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you have a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim of Sylph, was it not? Oh, you are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw in that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Gulp. Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order, order. How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at it, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I'm just gonna say Max. I'm just gonna say Max. I'm not even gonna say all that. I think it's high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quest obviously witnessed a single person in the area of that plaza that evening. The problem is identifying who that person is. Was it Max, or was it the ringmaster one, Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. Silk cat cloak and white roses. A silk cat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness endlessly repeated how he saw Max's three symbols. However, do we really know that it was Max? It could have someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Oh, wow, you're just thinking about that now? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, you finally won a point this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that the witness saw one person on the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Oh, he's gonna call Mo. Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond the shadow of a doubt an answer to that question, and the evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Max responsible for this crime. Oh my goodness. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Jeepers. So I guess Mo's gonna be called up now. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed Phoenix Wright, and you'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.